On Thursday, May 16, 2024, the National Institute of International Affairs, NIIA, in Victoria Island, Lagos, hosted the inaugural Dele Momodu Leadership Lecture to commemorate Basharu Dele Momodu's 64th birthday. The lecture, themed The Politics of Energy and the Way Forward, marked a significant milestone in celebrating the life and contributions of Dele Momodu, a distinguished Nigerian journalist, publisher, and philanthropist. Basharu Dele Momodu, born on May 16, 1960, is a multifaceted personality known for his roles as a journalist, publisher, businessman, philanthropist, actor, motivational speaker, and politician. He is the CEO and publisher of Ovation International magazine and holds traditional titles such as Are Tayashe of Iwo Land and Akinrugun of Bongo Land. A prominent figure in Nigeria and global affairs, Momodu was also a PDP presidential aspirant in the 2023 elections. The event was presided over by His Excellency John D. Mahama, former President of the Republic of Ghana, with Senator Ademola Adeleke, Executive Governor of Osun State, serving as the chief host. The celebrant, Basharu Dele Momodu, was accompanied by his wife, Yeye Mobolaji Momodu, and their children. Distinguished attendees included His Excellency Peter G. Obi, former Governor of Anambra State and 2023 Labour Party presidential candidate, Dr. Donald Duke, former Governor of Cross River State, Senator Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso, former Governor of Kano State, Professor Bartholomew Nnaji, former Minister of Power and Keynote Speaker, His Royal Majesty Oba Adeyeye Enitan Ogunwusi Ojaja II, CFR, Ooni of Ife, His Royal Majesty Oba Abdulrasheed A. Akombi Uluwo of Iwo Land, Ashiwaju of Ife, Chief Alex Duduyemi, His Highness Dr. Ephraim Falugi, OON, Professor Ehusa Osage, DGNIIA, Prince Bisi Olatilo, Chairman and CEO of Biscayne Communications, Mr. Olumide Akpata, former President of the Nigerian Bar Association, AIG Tunji Alakwini, Senator Tokunbo Afikuyomi, Hajia Bola M. Shagaya, MON, businesswoman and fashion enthusiast, Tundun Abiola, Nigerian lawyer, TV presenter, and daughter of Nigeria's democracy icon, MKO Abiola, Pastor Itwa Igodalo, senior pastor of Trinity House Church, Badebo Roads Fiver, 2023 Labour Party governorship candidate for Lagos State, veteran journalist, Sonny Irabo, amongst others. The ceremony began with the Nigerian national anthem, followed by a welcome address from Basharu Dele Momodu, who expressed gratitude to all stakeholders and highlighted the significance of the annual lecture.
It is my honor and privilege to welcome you all to the inaugural Dele Momodu Leadership Lecture on the occasion of my 64th birthday. You may be wondering, why is he starting a lecture series? The reason is not far-fetched. The clock is ticking, and by the grace of God, on my next birthday, I will be 65, and will undoubtedly qualify to be an elder statesman. With all our humongous investments in electricity, they've all gone up practically in smoke. The more we paid, the less electricity we got. Since electricity affects all of us, we should gather in this room today and discuss solutions in a non-partisan atmosphere.
Further praised NIIA's role in fostering national discourse, liken it to the Chatham House.
So I settled for a place as the Nigerian Institute of International Affairs, which I like to call our own Chatham House. Our own Chatham House is abandoned and is to send a powerful message to all of us that we should not abandon this place. The Director General is here, Professor Osage. Please stand up for recognition. Fantastic man. He invited me to be an associate fellow here, and I'm very grateful. I promised you that we will do something here, and I'm happy that we're doing it now. This is the bastion of intellectual diplomacy and home to robust ideas. I knew its auditorium was not in top shape, but this will be an opportunity to address the ugly attitude of ignoring our age-old institutions by making my own contribution.
In his opening remarks, John D. Mahama congratulated Dele Momodu and underscored the importance of addressing Africa's energy challenges. He urged African governments to develop policies to mitigate these issues and spotlighted Nigeria's leadership role on the continent.
Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to be here today to chair the inaugural Dele Momodu Leadership Lecture, the theme of which is the politics of energy and the way forward for Nigeria. This theme is most appropriate and suitable because despite Africa's tremendous energy resources such as hydro, wind, solar, and hydrocarbon potential, the continent continues to suffer from a severe energy deficit that undermines equitable economic growth and development. As you may be aware, the African continent is home to about 17.89% of the world's population, and it has about 600 million of its people without access to electricity, with a staggering 98% in sub-Saharan Africa and another 940 million people lacking access to clean cooking fuels and technologies. This calls for bold and decisive policies by continental leaders and pooling resources together if the continent is to achieve the Sustainable Development Goal number 7, which aims to ensure access to affordable, reliable, sustainable, and modern energy by the year 2030.
Keynote speaker Professor Bartholomew Nnaji delivered an insightful lecture on the politics of energy and the way forward, emphasizing energy's critical role in the modern global economy.
Countries like Nigeria have the responsibility to remind developed nations that much as natural gas is a fossil fuel, it is actually a transition fuel. Mr. President, transition fuel, not just merely fossil fuel. That's why they bandy it and tell you that it's part of fossil fuel, so you should go and stop fossil fuel. No. In fact, I will tell you, in Nigeria, I would say that for the next 20 to 30 years, we will continue to rely on natural gas for power production, provided that we go and invest in production of natural gas. So while the Nigerian government should be encouraged to explore more foreign markets for its resources like natural gas, sight should not be lost on the fact that charity should begin at home. In fact, an emergency, as I said, has to be declared in the domestic gas market to save the electric power sector and address other issues. The supergrid should be given priority to boost the nation's transmission infrastructure.
In his intervention, His Excellency Peter Obi congratulated Dele Momodu and called for a declaration of emergency in the power sector, emphasizing that alleviating poverty in Nigeria would yield significant benefits.
Well, mine is a very simple one. First is to say big congratulations of your birthday, Dele Momodu, and thank you for what you did here, because until you said it, when we came in here, we were wondering what happened to this place. It's unfortunate that you have to be the one to change this place rather than Nigeria. So thank you very much for that contribution. He's the one who changed the carpet and everything. That's how Nigeria works, lack of maintenance. So it's important that it's noted. And thank you for showing that we need to maintain a place. Because, like you said, you shouldn't have been the one doing it. we must learn to maintain before we build a new one. We should stop doing new one until we finish the existing ones. We must declare emergency in power. And the way to go is very simple. Embedded power and insist on gas supply. We have gas. We have it all over the place. I do not think, yes, we need the dollars, but I think making Nigeria more productive and pulling our people out of poverty, especially in the north, will give us far more value and dollars than focusing on exports. I think it's time to declare emergency. Geometric has shown it in Aba that embedded power will help us in that emergency. We should encourage it all over Nigeria. Thank you.
Senator Rabiu Musa Kwakwaso also extended his congratulations and highlighted the need for state governments to collaborate on revitalizing the energy sector, drawing on successful initiatives like those in Abia State.
Let me start by thanking Almighty God for giving us this opportunity to be here. And also it's an opportunity to congratulate our brother, our friend, Dele Momodu, for attaining this age. I say on behalf of all of us, once again, congratulations to you. The guest speaker, thank you. We have been enlightened. In fact, if there was time, I had wanted you to tell us more about your experience of the power generation and distribution in Aba. And it will be a good opportunity, especially for businessmen and women, not only in Nigeria, but across the world, to emulate the good work that you have done. We need many, many more of Professor Naji in this country. With him, I'm sure this country would achieve much more.
Chief Kola Karim, Managing Director and Chairman of Shoreline Energy International, and Mr. Donald Duke, former Governor of Cross River State, both addressed the pressing issues in Nigeria's energy sector, citing leadership failures as a primary cause.
If Nigeria puts the directed investment in building up our gas reserves and gas resources, Nigeria will be a standard power in the forefront of what President Mahama said as a leading light in Africa. Why? If you connect this, West African gas pipeline is already built. If we extend that, as they're proposing to do, to go all the way to Morocco, connecting to Spain, the Trans-Saharan gas pipeline connecting through the Sahara, again, through African nations into Europe. If we go to the east, connecting through Central African Republic, going down south, imagine unleashing 206 TCF. That is production of gas volumes for over 50 years. Imagine what that will do to 54 countries on this continent. Another strength we must think about, and this is what I'm going to leave all of us with. If we see Russia with the geopolitical situation in Europe, the Nord Stream 1 and Nord Stream 2 gas pipeline, Russia was selling $500 million of gas per day into Europe. Just think about that connectivity and the strength of what President Mahama said and what our discussing leader said, where Nigeria could be in the forefront of driving Africa's growth. Thank you very much.
Dele, congratulations, Roy. Congratulations on your birthday. This is a nation that at one point were flaring 2.5 billion cubic feet of gas daily. That's an equivalent of 25 million liters of diesel. You think of it. For over 40 years, we were flaring, burning 25 million liters of diesel, talking about in the abundance of water. The fool is thirsty. Thank you.
His Royal Majesty, Oba Adeyeye Enito Ogunwusi, emphasized national unity over political affiliations and lauded Dele Momodu for bringing diverse leaders together.
People came, spoke very briefly, aptly, straight to the point. They are leaders, both in the private sector and public sector. A lot of Nigerians can actually talk and talk about the solution of this problem. But what are we all doing? It's very important for us to know. We've been talking about gas abundance for a very long time. We've been talking about so many things in this country that are in abundance, that we can actually even extract, and we will not focus on dollar economy. But the truth be told, the day as a nation that we start doing things not individually, the day we realize that this country is bigger than all of us, a good example of the celebrant today, that you are bringing all political parties together, irrespective of your party affiliation, that we will realize that Nigeria is bigger than all of us, then we will be a better nation.
Goodwill messages were then delivered by veteran journalist Bimbo Oluyede and Prince Bisi Olatilo, both praising Momodu's multifaceted contributions.
I want to congratulate him for the wonderful work that he has done over the years. I think he's one of the most consistent journalists that I can say we have in this country. He is also very professional, and he is a creative journalist. He sees opportunities to report and inform, to educate and entertain in virtually every situation in which he finds himself. I wonder sometimes whether he sleeps. And even when he's asleep, what kind of dreams does he have? Is it possible that the dreams are more than the reality? I'm not sure. But we need to congratulate him. We need to celebrate with him. We need to wish him God's continued guidance and protection and blessings.
Now, the man we're celebrating today, I am only 70 years. The man is 64. And when he sees me, he goes down to greet me the way we do, to show respect for me. May God bless you, Dele. What do we say about Dele that hasn't been said here and will have to be said continuously? My prayer for you, please, just keep on the thing you'll be doing. You're just increasing by today. Now, Professor Pat Naji, congratulations for the revolution you have ignited that has brought power to the whole of Abia. I'm hoping that you'll ignite it to all parts of Nigeria. But
In his closing remarks, His Excellency John D. Mahama commended Professor Nnaji for his comprehensive analysis and celebrated Dele Momodu's enduring friendship and loyalty to Ghana. The event concluded with a vote of thanks by Momodu, the celebrant's son, and a heartfelt birthday chorus.